Hello there, and welcome to the Sleepy Mystery Channel. Tonight, we'll be exploring some of the greatest unsolved mysteries of our very own planet and looking at the strange possibility that our home is far more unusual than it appears. This is a world we walk across every day, yet much of it remains totally unknown. Far underground, deep beneath the sea, and even in the skies above us, there are strange phenomena that defy explanation. Science has explained much of what we know about our planet, but there are still secrets to be discovered. This edge of possibility is where evidence, legend, and speculation begin to overlap. If you enjoy these curious journeys, I invite you to like, subscribe, or share a thought below. It helps others find their way here too, one sleepy soul at a time. But for now, all you need to do is settle in. Let your shoulders relax and notice your eyes grow heavy. And as the day begins to gently fade away, join me as we explore the hidden mysteries of planet Earth together. Let's begin. Ancient maps may remember coastlines we have forgotten. Some old maps show features that seem oddly advanced for their time, and that has made them a favorite doorway into Earth's missing past. The Piri Reis map is the most famous example, because some readers believe parts of it resemble coastlines known only after later exploration. Mainstream explanations point to copied charts, artistic distortion, and the limits of old navigation. Still, the puzzle keeps breathing, because maps can carry memories from earlier sources. A drawing made in one century may preserve knowledge gathered long before. That possibility opens a strange question. Did ancient sailors know more about the world than we usually grant them? Were there forgotten voyages that left no surviving ship, no written report, and only faint clues on parchment? Some claims go too far, but the larger mystery remains compelling. A map can be more than geography. It can be a fossil of human knowledge. Antarctica could be hiding chapters of Earth's missing history. Today, it is a frozen continent, but Antarctica was not always locked beneath ice. Long ago, it had forests, rivers, and living ecosystems that belonged to a very different Earth. That alone is astonishing. Beneath its ice sheet, there are mountain ranges, buried valleys, and hidden lakes that have been sealed away for immense periods of time. Researchers study the continent with radar and drilling, yet most of its deeper story remains inaccessible. Some people imagine lost ruins under the ice. Others connect Antarctica to ancient maps, forgotten civilizations, or dramatic pole shift theories. Those ideas remain controversial, but the fascination is easy to understand. A whole continent is sitting at the bottom of the world, covered like an unopened archive. Even the accepted science feels mysterious enough. Antarctica proves that Earth can hide entire landscapes in plain sight and keep them silent for ages. Hidden oceans may be moving beneath our feet right now. It sounds impossible at first, but water may exist deep inside the planet in quantities that challenge ordinary thinking. This is not an ocean with waves and fish. It is water locked within minerals, held under extraordinary pressure in the deep interior. One mineral in particular, ringwoodite, has suggested that vast amounts of water can be stored far below the crust. That changes the way Earth feels. The ground beneath us is not a dry shell over fire. It may be part of a hidden water cycle that reaches into depths we cannot visit. Some researchers see this as a key to understanding volcanoes, earthquakes, and the long history of the surface. More speculative minds wonder whether deep reservoirs could support strange chemistry or unknown forms of life in places beyond sunlight. The ocean we see may only be the visible part of a much larger planetary system. The moon might be the strangest clue in Earth's story. Our nearest companion is so familiar that it can seem ordinary, but its origin remains one of the great puzzles of our world. The leading idea says a Mars-sized body struck the young Earth and threw material into space, where it gathered into the Moon. Yet the details are still uneasy. The Moon is unusually large compared with Earth. It helps steady our planet's tilt, and its presence may have shaped tides in ways that influenced early life. Some people have wondered whether such a perfect arrangement feels almost too convenient. Others look at ancient myths and ask why the Moon appears so central in stories across distant cultures. Science offers powerful models, but the emotional mystery remains. Without that pale object above us, Earth might have become a wilder and less stable place. Perhaps the Moon is not just scenery. Perhaps it is part of why we are here at all. Strange signals from underground still have no simple explanation. Around the world, people have reported rumbles, booms, vibrations, and unexplained low sounds, but seem to come from beneath the ground. Some cases are likely linked to mining, frost, military activity, small earthquakes, or pressure changes inside rock. Yet certain reports remain difficult because witnesses describe them in places where the usual explanations do not fit neatly. These sounds can feel especially unsettling because the ground is supposed to be stable. When it seems to speak, even softly, the imagination opens quickly. Some people connect underground noises to hidden tunnels, secret facilities, or movements in the deep crust. Others wonder whether Earth itself produces signals before larger geologic events, almost like a body shifting in sleep. The truth may be different in every location. Still, the idea is powerful. Beneath the ordinary surface, there may be processes happening that we only notice when they reach our ears. The deep sea remains less understood than the surface of Mars. The deepest parts of the ocean are among the least visited places in existence. We have mapped planets, photographed distant galaxies, and sent machines across alien soil, yet much of the seafloor remains known only in broad shape. Down there, pressure is extreme, sunlight is gone, and life behaves in ways that once seemed impossible. Creatures glow, feed near vents, and survive in darkness without the world we know above. Every expedition seems to return with something unexpected. A new species, a strange track, a chemical process that changes how life can be imagined. This leaves plenty of space for speculation. Some people wonder whether giant animals could still avoid detection. Others imagine ancient ruins buried by sediment, or ecosystems so isolated they feel almost extraterrestrial. The deep sea is not simply remote. It is part of our own planet that still acts like another world. Earth's magnetic field may be preparing for another dramatic reversal. The compass needle feels dependable, but the magnetic field behind it has changed many times. Geological records show that North and South have swapped places in the deep past. These reversals do not happen on a human schedule, and no one can predict one with certainty. Still, the field is always moving and changing. One unusual region over the South Atlantic has drawn attention because the field there is weaker than expected. Researchers watch it carefully, while more speculative voices wonder whether it hints at something larger beginning. A reversal would not mean the planet flips over, but it could affect satellites, navigation, and protection from charged particles in space. The deeper mystery is that Earth carries an invisible shield generated far below our feet, inside moving metal we can never directly observe. We live inside that shield every second, while its hidden engine slowly changes. Lost continents may still be written into the ocean floor. The map of the world looks settled, but Earth's surface has been rearranged again and again. Continents split, collide, sink, and leave fragments behind like clues after a great reshuffling. Zealandia is one example that changed how many people think about submerged land. Much of it lies beneath the Pacific, yet its rocks show continental character. Other fragments are hidden around oceans and margins, waiting to be understood. This is where accepted geology and older legends begin to brush against each other. Stories of vanished lands are found in many traditions, though they do not all point to real continents. Still, the seafloor does preserve drowned plateaus, ancient crust, and broken pieces of past worlds. Some people wonder whether memories of rising seas and sinking islands became myths over time. The planet beneath the ocean is not empty. It is a record of lands that almost disappeared. Some ancient structures seem aligned with Earth's deepest rhythms. Many ancient monuments were placed with striking attention to the sky, the horizon, and the changing seasons. Stonehenge is often mentioned, but it is only one example among many sites where builders appear to have watched solar or lunar events with care. The practical explanation is strong. Farming societies needed calendars, rituals needed timing, and communities marked the year through architecture. Yet the mystery grows when alignments appear in difficult landscapes, with heavy stones, long sightlines, and planning that required patience across generations. Some people believe these sites also connect with Earth energy lines, underground water, or a lost planetary science. Those claims are debated, but the central wonder remains. Ancient builders were not simply stacking stone. They were placing human meaning into the movements of the world. Their monuments suggest that Earth itself may have been read like a living instrument. Lightning may create rare forces that science barely understands. A storm can look ordinary from a window, yet lightning is one of the most extreme natural events a person can witness. In a fraction of a moment, it heats air to incredible temperatures and releases energy along twisting paths that remain hard to predict. For a long time, people thought they understood the basic shape of it. Then reports of strange upward flashes, high-altitude bursts, and glowing balls forced the story open again. Ball lightning is especially mysterious because witnesses describe floating spheres of light that appear briefly and vanish without a clear cause. Some researchers look for plasma explanations. Others study electrical fields, weather conditions, and rare chemical effects. More imaginative theories connect lightning to portals, unknown atmospheric physics, or forgotten ideas about Earth's electrical nature. Whatever the answer, a thunderstorm is not simple drama. It is a doorway into forces still being mapped. The Bermuda Triangle still attracts strange patterns of disappearance. This famous region in the Western Atlantic has become one of the best-known mystery zones on Earth. Ships and aircraft have been linked to unusual stories there, some well-documented and others reshaped by decades of retelling. Skeptics point out that the area is heavily traveled, storm-prone, and full of navigational challenges. They also note that many famous cases have ordinary explanations when examined closely. Yet the legend persists because certain disappearances still feel eerie in the public imagination. The sea can erase evidence quickly, and missing records leave space for possibility. Some people suggest methane bursts, magnetic anomalies, time distortions, or underwater ruins affecting instruments. Those ideas are not widely accepted, but they keep the mystery alive. The triangle's real power may be this. It reminds us that even modern machines can vanish when ocean, weather, and uncertainty meet in the wrong place. Earthquakes sometimes produce lights before the ground begins moving. For centuries, people have described strange glows in the sky before or during earthquakes. These reports were once easy to dismiss because they sounded too unusual. Now, the subject is taken more seriously, although it remains difficult to explain. Witnesses have described flashes, floating lights, or broad glows near fault zones. Some scientists suggest that stress in rocks may release electrical charges, which then interact with the air. Others think certain sightings may be caused by damaged power lines, atmospheric effects, or simple confusion during frightening moments. The mystery is made harder because earthquakes cannot be scheduled for convenient observation. Evidence arrives suddenly, and often in chaos. Some people wonder whether these lights could become warning signs, while others connect them to deeper forces inside the crust. Whatever their cause, they suggest that rock under pressure may create more than shaking. It may briefly turn the land into light. Unusual hums have disturbed entire towns without a confirmed source. A low sound can be more unsettling than a loud one, especially when it seems to come from everywhere and nowhere. Places such as Taos in New Mexico have become famous for reports of persistent humming heard by only some residents. Similar complaints have appeared in other communities across the world. Investigations have considered industrial machinery, electrical systems, tinnitus, traffic, distant engines, and unusual acoustic effects. Sometimes a likely cause is found. In other cases, the answer remains unclear or disputed. The mystery works because not everyone hears the sound, which makes it difficult to measure and easy to doubt. Those who do hear it may describe sleeplessness, pressure, and deep frustration. Some people speculate about underground facilities, hidden transmissions, or natural frequencies moving through the landscape. The hum may be many different mysteries wearing one name. It asks a simple question that feels personal. What is the world doing when only a few people can hear it? The ocean may contain life forms we have never imagined. Every time humans explore deeper waters, the known catalogue of life expands. The ocean is not one habitat. It is a stack of worlds, from sunlit reefs to black trenches, each with its own pressures and rules. Strange animals already known to science can feel almost unbelievable. There are fish with transparent heads, worms living near scalding vents, and creatures that make their own light in darkness. That makes the unknown even more exciting. If such beings are real, what else has avoided our nets, cameras, and submarines? Some people imagine surviving prehistoric animals. Others picture intelligence that does not resemble ours, perhaps hidden in deep currents or vast cephalopod mines. Mainstream biology asks for evidence, and rightly so. Still, the ocean is enormous, moving, and difficult to search. It would be surprising if it had already given up all its secrets. Gravity is not perfectly equal across the surface of Earth. A person standing in one part of the world is not pulled with exactly the same strength as someone standing somewhere else. The differences are tiny, but they are real. Earth is not a perfect sphere, and its mass is not spread evenly. Mountains, ocean trenches, dense rocks, and deep structures all shape the planet's gravity field. Satellites have measured these variations, creating maps that look strange compared with the smooth globe we imagine. One of the most discussed features is a low-gravity region in the Indian Ocean, where the planet's pull is weaker than expected. Scientific explanations involve ancient mantle movement and uneven mass deep below the surface. Some people go further and wonder whether gravity anomalies might reveal lost impacts, hidden chambers, or forgotten scars from Earth's violent past. The mystery is subtle, but profound. Even the force that holds us down carries fingerprints of hidden history. Ancient forests may be buried beneath modern ice sheets. Ice can preserve the past with remarkable patience. In places now covered by frozen landscapes, scientists have found traces of older ecosystems that once grew under very different conditions. Ancient plants, pollen, and soil can reveal moments when regions now locked in ice were exposed to air and life. This matters because it shows how dramatically Earth can change. A place that seems permanent and lifeless may once have supported green growth. It also raises questions about what remains hidden beneath glaciers today. There may be valleys, rivers, and biological records sealed away beyond ordinary reach. Some people imagine that retreating ice could reveal not just environmental clues, but signs of ancient human movement in places once thought impossible. Careful evidence is needed, but the idea has power. Beneath modern ice, the planet may be holding memories from warmer worlds that vanished before history began. Volcanoes may connect to hidden systems far deeper than expected. A volcano looks like a local mountain, but it may be the surface expression of something vast below. Magma can rise from deep sources, move through chambers, stall in hidden pockets, and change over long periods before an eruption. Some volcanic regions are linked to mantle plumes, which may carry heat from great depths. Others form where plates dive, tear, or pull apart. The result is not a simple pipe of fire. It is more like a buried network that breathes, shifts, and stores pressure. Scientists monitor gases, tremors, ground swelling, and heat, but surprises still happen. Some people see volcanoes as openings into Earth's inner machinery, and others wonder whether ancient civilizations understood them as sacred warning points for a reason. The mystery is not just why they erupt. It is how much unseen movement must happen before the surface finally speaks. Some deserts contain glass that hints at extreme ancient heat. In certain desert regions, strange natural glass lies scattered across the sand. One famous example is Libyan desert glass, prized in ancient Egypt and still debated by researchers today. The usual explanations involve meteor impacts, air bursts, or intense natural heat powerful enough to fuse sand into glass. That alone is astonishing because the temperatures required are far beyond ordinary desert conditions. The material feels like a physical clue from a violent moment, yet the exact event that created it is still discussed. Some people link desert glass to ancient catastrophes remembered in myth. Others imagine forgotten technologies or cosmic blasts that reshaped landscapes before written history. Most evidence points toward natural high-energy events, but the mystery remains vivid because the glass is real. You can hold it in your hand and wonder what kind of sky, shock, or fire made the desert briefly melt. Earth's core may not behave like a simple spinning ball. Deep below the crust and mantle, Earth holds a metallic heart that no human can visit. We know it through indirect clues, especially earthquake waves and magnetic behavior. The inner core is solid, while the outer core is liquid metal in motion. That movement helps generate the magnetic field, but the details are still strange. Studies have suggested that the inner core may rotate at a slightly different rate than the rest of the planet, and some evidence hints that this motion changes over time. Other research points to complex structure inside the core itself, perhaps with layers that record Earth's cooling history. Some people imagine this region almost like a hidden engine with rhythms we barely understand. The truth is likely more subtle, but no less fascinating. Everything on the surface depends on a place we can only study by listening to vibrations passing through the dark. Mysterious sinkholes sometimes open without warning across stable land. A street, a field, or a quiet yard can appear solid for decades, then suddenly collapse into darkness. Sinkholes often form when underground rock dissolves and leaves hidden cavities beneath the surface. Rainwater, drainage changes, and human construction can make the process faster, but the danger is that the weakness may stay invisible until the final moment. Some sinkholes reveal caves, old mines, buried streams, or forgotten human activity. Others seem to appear in places where the surface gave almost no warning at all. That uncertainty gives them a special power in the imagination. The ground is the one thing we expect to trust. When it opens, it reminds us that the visible world may only be a thin cover over a much stranger structure. Some people wonder whether unusual collapses could expose ancient tunnels or sealed spaces. Most are natural, but each one feels like Earth, suddenly showing a hidden mouth. The Amazon may conceal traces of forgotten advanced settlements. For a long time, many people imagined the deep rainforest as a place where only small, scattered groups could have lived. That picture has been changing. Surveys from the air have revealed earthworks, raised fields, old roads, and geometric shapes hidden beneath the trees. The forest may not be untouched wilderness in the simple way it once appeared. It may be partly shaped by human hands, through planting, soil building, and careful landscape design. This opens a thrilling possibility. Large communities may have lived there before European contact, then vanished so completely that the jungle covered their memory. Some researchers see evidence of complex societies adapted to rainforest life. More speculative voices wonder whether the Amazon preserves traces of a civilization older than the official timeline allows. Either way, the mystery is powerful. The trees are not only hiding animals and rivers, they may be hiding a lost human world. Underground caves preserve ecosystems cut off from ordinary sunlight. Some caves contain life that has adapted to darkness in ways that seem almost alien. Fish lose their eyes. Insects become pale and delicate. Microbes survive on chemical energy rather than sunlight. These places challenge the usual idea that life depends on the surface world above. A cave can become a sealed laboratory of evolution, where time moves differently and ordinary rules begin to loosen. The most fascinating examples are not just empty caverns. They are living systems with food chains, minerals, water movement, and creatures found nowhere else. Some people wonder whether these hidden habitats point toward life in even stranger places, perhaps beneath ice, inside other planets, or deep within Earth itself. Caves also preserve bones, footprints, and human traces with unusual care. That makes them natural archives. Step inside one, and you are not just entering a hole in rock. You are crossing into a separate Earth. Strange stone spheres around the world still invite debate. Perfectly rounded stones are being found in several parts of the world, and some of them look almost too deliberate to be ordinary geology. Costa Rica is famous for large carved spheres, many made with impressive skill by pre-Columbian people. Other round stones are natural concretions, shaped slowly as minerals gather around a center. The mystery begins when public imagination blends these categories together. Were all such spheres made for ceremony, navigation, status, or some lost purpose? Were some natural objects later chosen because they already seemed meaningful? Their smooth forms have inspired theories about ancient energy devices, star maps, and forgotten global knowledge. Careful archaeology explains many details, yet the deeper meaning of some spheres remains uncertain. They stand there without writing. They offer shape without explanation. A simple round stone can become strangely powerful when no one alive can fully say why it mattered. Earth's atmosphere may carry invisible rivers of water overhead. High above us, long corridors of concentrated moisture can move through the sky and transport astonishing amounts of water. These atmospheric rivers are not myths. They help deliver rain and snow to many regions, especially when they strike mountains and release their load. From the ground, people may only experience a storm. From above, the pattern looks like a moving water system without banks. This changes how we imagine weather. The planet is not simply covered by clouds that drift at random. It has hidden pathways flowing above continents and oceans, linking distant places through moisture. Some people see these sky rivers as part of Earth's larger intelligence, a vast circulation system that keeps life moving. Others focus on the danger, because a stalled atmospheric river can bring flooding and disruption. Either way, the idea is startling. A dry place may depend on water that arrived through an unseen river in the air. Ancient flood stories appear in cultures separated by vast distances. Many societies remember a great flood in some form, and that shared pattern has fascinated listeners for centuries. The details differ, but the basic idea keeps returning. A rising water event changes the world, wipes away an earlier age, or forces survivors to begin again. Scholars often connect these stories to local disasters, river floods, tsunamis, rising seas, or memories carried through generations. Yet the spread of the theme leaves room for bigger speculation. Some people wonder whether there was once a global catastrophe remembered in fragments. Others imagine that ancient communities preserved real environmental events inside myth, because story was the safest way to carry warning across time. The power of these accounts is not only their similarity, it is their persistence. Long after the waters were gone, people kept telling of a time when the world was remade. Perhaps memory can survive longer than stone when fear becomes a lesson. The Nazca lines may reflect knowledge beyond simple ground viewing. Across the dry plains of Peru, enormous figures and lines stretch across the desert surface. Many are best appreciated from above, which has encouraged generations of wonder. How did their makers plan such large designs without modern aircraft? The accepted answers involve careful surveying, simple tools, and coordinated labor. Even so, the scale still feels remarkable. Some designs depict animals. Others are long, straight lines that cross the landscape with striking confidence. The dry climate helped preserve them, turning the desert into a giant record. Some people suggest ceremonial pathways. Others imagine water rituals, sky messages, or contact with beings who viewed Earth from above. Those ideas remain debated, but the lines keep asking a fascinating question. What kind of mind thinks at such a scale? Whether the audience was human, divine, or something stranger, the builders made marks that still pull our eyes toward the sky. Ocean trenches may shelter ancient creatures from another age. The deepest trenches are cold, dark, and crushed by pressure. Yet life still finds a way to exist there. These places are so difficult to reach that each descent feels like entering a time capsule. The animals that survive in trenches often look strange, because they are built for a world beyond ordinary experience. Their slow lives and isolated habitats make people wonder whether old lineages could persist there with little change. Science has already shown that deep environments can protect unusual species for long periods. That does not prove sea monsters are waiting below, but it does keep the door open to surprises. Some people imagine relic creatures moving in black water where cameras rarely pass. Others focus on microbes and scavengers that reveal how flexible life can be. The mystery is simple and thrilling. Earth's deepest places may still be sheltering forms of life that feel older than memory. Some mountains contain marine fossils at impossible heights. Finding sea creatures preserved high in the mountains can feel like discovering a message from a reversed world. Shells and other marine fossils have been found in places that now stand far above sea level. The scientific explanation is one of the grandest ideas in geology. Ancient seafloors were lifted by plate collisions over immense stretches of time. What was once underwater became part of towering ranges. Yet the image still carries a shock. A person can stand among peaks and hold evidence of an ocean that vanished from that place long before human history. Some people see this as support for ancient flood traditions. Others connect it to forgotten cataclysms or sudden crustal upheavals. The mainstream process is slow, but the emotional effect is immediate. The mountains are not only stone giants. They are raised pages from drowned worlds, carrying the remains of creatures that never knew the sky. Earth's rotation has changed in ways ancient observers may have noticed. A day feels constant, but Earth's spin has not been perfectly fixed across time. The moon's gravity slowly affects the planet, and ancient eclipses show that the length of the day has shifted. On shorter scales, earthquakes, melting ice, and movements in the atmosphere can also create tiny changes. These effects are small, but they matter because ancient sky watchers were often patient and precise. If a civilization watched the heavens for generations, it might have noticed patterns that modern people overlook. Some ancient records of eclipses have helped scientists understand Earth's past rotation. That connection is quietly astonishing. Writings from old observers can reveal how the whole planet moved. More speculative minds wonder whether myths about shortened days or disrupted skies preserve memories of unusual celestial events. The mystery does not require fantasy to be amazing. Time itself, as measured by sunrise, has been slowly changing under our feet. Mysterious craters may record impacts no one ever witnessed. Across Earth, circular scars mark places where objects from space struck the surface with enormous force. Some craters are obvious. Others have been buried, eroded, flooded, or disguised by forests and cities. Identifying them can require gravity maps, shocked minerals, and careful fieldwork. The mystery is that many impacts may have happened before written records, leaving only broken rock as testimony. Some could have changed climates, ecosystems, or human migration without anyone understanding the cause. Smaller airbursts may have left little crater at all, yet still affected large regions. Some people connect unusual myths, sudden fires, and strange, ancient destruction layers to cosmic events. Not every claim holds up, but the possibility is compelling. Earth is moving through a busy universe, and its surface has been struck many times. Each hidden crater is a reminder that history can arrive from the sky without warning. The Richat structure still inspires theories about a lost civilization. In the Sahara, a huge circular formation sits like a target pressed into the desert. From space, it is instantly striking. Geologists generally explain it as an eroded dome, shaped by uplift and long weathering. Yet its rings, scale, and location have inspired another story. Some people have linked it to Atlantis because of old descriptions of a city arranged in circles of land and water. That idea is not accepted as proof, but it remains popular because the shape is so unusual, and the desert feels like a place where lost things might sleep. The surrounding region has changed greatly over time, and ancient water once moved through areas that are now dry. This gives the imagination room to wander. Whether it is purely natural or tangled with human memory, the formation is one of Earth's most hypnotic landforms. It looks like a question big enough to see from orbit. Deep mines sometimes reveal microbes living far from sunlight. Far below the surface, in hot rock and dark water, living microbes have been found in places once thought too isolated for life. These organisms do not depend on plants or daylight in the usual way. Some survive through chemical reactions involving minerals, water, and gases trapped underground. Their existence changes the meaning of habitability. Life is not only a surface event. It can hide in cracks, poles, and deep systems that humans reach only by drilling or mining. This has made scientists wonder about life under Mars, icy moons, and other worlds. It has also inspired more Earth-focused speculation. If microbes can live so far down, what else could exist in hidden pockets of the crust? No evidence supports large underground civilizations, but the living deep biosphere is already strange enough. Beneath our feet, a quiet world of chemistry and survival may have been active for ages. Ancient megaliths may encode forgotten knowledge of the planet. Large stone monuments were not built casually. Moving and placing huge blocks required organization, memory, skill, and purpose. Around the world, megalithic sites often seem connected to horizons, seasons, burial customs, or sacred landscapes. The accepted view gives ancient people full credit for intelligence and patience. Yet some arrangements still invite bigger questions. Why did distant cultures invest so much effort in stone? What knowledge was important enough to preserve in architecture rather than writing? Some people believe megaliths encode measurements of Earth, cycles of the sky, or energy patterns in the land. Others see them as ceremonial centers where community and cosmos were joined. The truth may vary from place to place. What makes the mystery lasting is that stone can outlive language. A monument may keep its alignment long after its meaning is gone. We can measure it precisely, but still fail to hear what it was saying. The Sahara was once green enough to support vast life. The world's great desert was not always the dry expanse we know today. During wetter periods, large parts of the Sahara held lakes, rivers, grasslands, animals, and human communities. Rock art shows creatures that no longer belong to the modern landscape, including swimmers, cattle, and wildlife associated with greener conditions. This transformation is one of the most dramatic reminders that Earth's climates can shift beyond recognition. A place that now feels empty once supported movement, settlement, and daily life. Some researchers connect these changes to variations in Earth's orbit and rainfall patterns. Some people wonder whether memories of a green Sahara may have fed legends about lost lands in North Africa. The deeper question is haunting. How many human stories disappeared when the rains moved away? Beneath the sand may lie tools, camps, and roots from a vanished world that once seemed as permanent as our own. Earth's poles have wandered across the globe through deep time. The poles feel like fixed ends of the planet, but Earth's magnetic poles have moved many times, and the crust itself has shifted through plate motion. Rocks preserve magnetic directions from the moment they formed, allowing scientists to reconstruct ancient positions. The result is a planet whose geography has been anything but stable. Continents have traveled across climate zones. Places now cold were once near warmer regions. Some people take the idea further and explore pole shift theories, imagining sudden rearrangements that changed civilizations overnight. Mainstream geology does not support most dramatic versions, but it does confirm that Earth's orientation and surface story are far more dynamic than everyday life suggests. The mystery is not whether change happened. It clearly did. The mystery is how ancient people may have experienced the consequences. A slow planetary movement can become a cultural memory when it changes rain, ice, coastlines, and survival. Some islands appear and vanish within a single human lifetime. The map can seem permanent, yet the ocean sometimes creates land and then takes it back. Volcanic eruptions can build new islands from ash and lava. Storms can reshape sand islands overnight. Coral structures can rise, erode, or drown as conditions change. There have been islands that appeared, received names, attracted scientists, and then were gradually destroyed by waves. This makes Earth feel alive in a practical way. Land is not only inherited from the deep past, it is still being made. Some people see vanishing islands as symbols of climate danger. Others connect sudden island births to old legends of lands rising from the sea. The reality is already dramatic enough. A place can exist long enough to be photographed, mapped, and walked upon, then disappear before the next generation can know it. The edge between land and water is far less settled than a classroom globe suggests. The Black Sea may preserve memories of a sudden ancient flood. There is a famous theory that the Black Sea was once much smaller, then filled rapidly when waters from the Mediterranean broke through. Some researchers have suggested that this event may have been remembered as a great flood by people living near its shores. The details are debated. Questions remain about timing, speed, scale, and how many communities were affected. Still, the idea is powerful because it offers a bridge between geology and myth. Imagine a shoreline moving day after day, taking familiar ground and turning it into a new sea. For the people who lived through it, the event would not feel like a gradual chart on the page. It would feel like the end of a known world. Some people connect this theory to ancient flood traditions across the region. Whether or not that link is correct, the Black Sea shows how real landscapes can change fast enough to become legend. Strange sounds from the ocean have inspired decades of speculation. The sea is filled with sound. Whales call, ice cracks, ships rumble, earthquakes shake the seafloor, and underwater landslides can send signals across great distances. Yet certain recorded noises have become famous because they sounded strange before their sources were understood. The bloop is the classic example. It was once imagined by some listeners as a possible call from a massive unknown creature. Later explanations pointed toward ice activity, but the legend stayed alive because the sound seemed too enormous to ignore. Other ocean noises remain harder to identify at first hearing, especially when they travel through deep water. This gives the ocean an eerie voice. It can produce signals before anyone sees what made them. Some people still wonder whether unusual sounds could reveal giant animals, hidden machinery, or geologic movements not yet mapped. Even when a cause is found, the scale remains humbling. The ocean does not whisper like a human world. Earth's mantle may contain fragments of planets from its birth. The young solar system was not calm. Worlds collided, broke apart, and rebuilt themselves through impacts that shaped everything we know. Some scientific models suggest that deep inside Earth, there may be ancient material left from the enormous collision that helped form the Moon. Unusual regions near the base of the mantle have drawn attention because seismic waves move through them differently. They may be hot, dense, chemically distinct, or tied to Earth's earliest violence. The idea that pieces of another early world could remain buried inside us is almost unbelievable, yet it is taken seriously in some discussions. Some people push it further and imagine Earth as a blended planet, carrying the remains of lost bodies like hidden ancestry. We walk on a surface that seems complete, but the interior may be a museum of cosmic impacts. Our planet may not be one simple object. It may be a survivor made from collisions. Ancient coastlines now sit far beneath the rising seas. At the end of the last ice age, sea levels rose and covered huge areas that had once been dry land. Human groups may have lived, hunted, traveled, and built along those old shores. Today, many of those places are underwater, beyond ordinary archaeology. This is one reason the story of early civilization may be incomplete. We naturally search on land because that is where we can dig. Yet some of the most important human settlements may have stood near rivers and coasts that no longer exist above water. Divers have found submerged structures in different parts of the world, and each discovery raises new questions. Some are clearly natural. Others show human activity. Some people believe the ocean hides the missing chapters of prehistory. The idea is not wild in its basic form. When the water rose, it covered real landscapes. The Great Archive may simply be drowned. The Bosnian pyramids remain one of geology's most debated claims. In Bosnia, a group of hills has been promoted by some as an ancient pyramid complex. Supporters point to their shapes, alleged tunnels, stone blocks, and possible alignments. Many geologists and archaeologists reject the claim, arguing that the formations are natural hills shaped by sedimentary layers and erosion. The disagreement has become a modern case study in how mystery, tourism, belief, and science can collide. What makes the story fascinating is not only the hills themselves. It is the intensity of the argument around them. To believers, they suggest an unknown civilization with abilities far older than expected. To skeptics, they show how easily natural forms can be reimagined as monuments. The site attracts visitors, researchers, critics, and dreamers. Whether it hides ancient engineering or only human longing, it reveals something powerful about planet Earth. Sometimes a landscape becomes mysterious because people cannot agree on what they are seeing. Deep ocean vents may reveal how life first began here. On the sea floor where sunlight never reaches, hot water rises from cracks and carries minerals from inside the planet. Around these vents, life thrives in dense communities powered by chemistry rather than photosynthesis. This discovery changed ideas about life's origin. If organisms can flourish in such darkness, then the first living systems may have begun near similar vents on the young Earth. The chemistry there provides heat, minerals, gradients, and surfaces where complex reactions could unfold. Some researchers see vents as natural cradles for biology. Others favor different settings, such as shallow pools or mineral-rich shores. The debate remains open, which makes the vents even more fascinating. Some people also wonder whether similar environments exist beneath icy moons in the outer solar system. In that sense, the seafloor may be more than a hidden habitat. It may be a living clue to how existence woke up. Some lakes can suddenly release deadly clouds of invisible gas. A lake can look peaceful while holding a dangerous secret in its depths. In certain volcanic regions, carbon dioxide can build up in deep water under pressure. If that trapped gas is suddenly released, it can surge outward as an invisible cloud that hugs the ground. The best-known disasters happened at lakes in Cameroon, where gas release harmed nearby communities and shocked the world. The science behind it is now better understood, and some lakes are monitored or carefully degassed. Still, the phenomenon remains deeply unsettling, because the surface may show little sign of what is stored below. Some people see these lakes as proof that Earth can hide hazards in ordinary beauty. Others wonder whether ancient accounts of cursed waters or deadly valleys may preserve memories of similar events. The mystery is not supernatural, yet it feels almost unreal. A calm lake can become a sleeping chamber of gas. Earth's largest living networks may be hidden beneath quiet forests. A forest is not only made of trunks, leaves, and animals. Beneath the soil, fungal threads can connect trees and spread through enormous underground networks. Some individual fungi cover vast areas and may be thousands of years old. These hidden systems move nutrients, interact with roots, and influence how forests survive stress. The idea has changed the way many people imagine woodland life. A forest may function less like a crowd of separate trees and more like a linked community with underground communication. Scientists debate how far that comparison should go, but the evidence for deep biological connection is strong. Some people take it further and speak of forest intelligence, memory, or a planetary network of living information. That may be speculative, but it captures the wonder of what is underfoot. The largest living thing nearby may not be an animal or a tree. It may be a hidden body beneath the ground. Ancient builders may have understood landscapes better than we realize. Modern people often assume old monuments were placed only where materials were available or where leaders demanded them. Yet many ancient sites seem carefully positioned within wider landscapes. Their locations can relate to springs, hills, paths, sunrise points, sightlines, or features that carried meaning for the community. This suggests a deep reading of place. builders may have understood weather, sound, movement, and horizon patterns through generations of observation. Some researchers study how architecture shaped experience as people approached a site. More speculative voices wonder whether ancient builders recognized energy patterns, underground water flows, or earth forces that modern culture has forgotten. The important point is not that every claim is true. It is that these builders were not primitive guessers. They lived close to the land, and they may have noticed relationships we no longer notice. A monument can be stonework, but it can also be a map of attention. The Great Blue Hole may preserve clues from vanished climates. Off the coast of Belize, the Great Blue Hole drops as a nearly circular marine sinkhole, dark and striking against shallow water. It formed when sea levels were lower, and the area was exposed as limestone cave terrain. Later, rising seas flooded it, turning a once dry system into a deep blue opening. Inside, stalactites and sediment layers can preserve evidence of past environments. That makes the site more than a visual wonder. It is a record of climate change, sea level rise, and ancient landscape transformation. Some divers describe it as entering a vertical archive. Some people connect such flooded caves to lost human roots along ancient coastlines. Others simply marvel that a hole in the sea can reveal a time when that place was not sea at all. The mystery is beautifully clear. Earth changed the setting, but it left the old structure underneath. Unexplained ice circles sometimes form in slowly moving rivers. In cold regions, nearly perfect circles of ice sometimes appear on rivers and streams. They turn slowly, as if placed there with intention. The usual explanation involves currents, eddies, freezing temperatures, and the gradual smoothing of ice as it rotates. That makes sense. Yet the effect can look so precise, but witnesses often stop in disbelief. Before many people understood the process, such circles could easily be taken as omens, signs, or impossible objects. Even today, videos of them spark speculation about hidden whirlpools, strange energy, or unknown forces beneath the surface. The fascination comes from the contrast. A natural process creates something that looks designed. The river becomes a quiet machine, shaping ice into a moving disk without human hands. It reminds us that Earth does not need monuments to create mystery. Sometimes it only needs cold water, patient motion, and the right hidden current. Earth may contain vast diamonds buried deep below continents. Diamonds are usually imagined as rare gems brought up through violent volcanic pipes. Yet studies of seismic waves suggest that Earth's deep continental roots may contain enormous amounts of diamond locked far below reach. These are not treasure caves waiting for miners. They are likely scattered through ancient rock at depths where humans cannot go. The idea still changes the way the planet feels. Beneath ordinary continents, there may be mineral wealth beyond any surface fantasy, formed under pressure over immense time. Some people see diamonds as symbols of Earth's hidden alchemy, proof that the planet can turn carbon into crystal in the deep dark. Others wonder what other materials are stored in unreachable layers. The mystery is not about getting rich. It is about scale. What we call rare at the surface may be common in places we cannot touch. Earth may be keeping its greatest vaults permanently closed. Some stones appear to move across desert floors by themselves. In Death Valley and a few other places, rocks have left long trails across flat desert surfaces, as if they slid without anyone pushing them. For years, the sailing stones felt almost magical. Their tracks appeared in mud, but the movement itself was rarely witnessed. Some people suggested magnetism, pranksters, hidden forces, or unexplained desert energy. Eventually, careful observation revealed a natural process. Thin sheets of ice can form around stones after rare weather conditions, Then light winds can push them across slick mud as the ice breaks and moves. The explanation is elegant, but it does not make the scene less strange. Imagine arriving after the fact and finding a stone trail drawn across an empty playa. The desert seems to have moved an object while no one was looking. This mystery is a perfect reminder that solved does not always mean ordinary. Nature can perform tricks that still feel impossible. Ancient star knowledge may be built into sacred landscapes worldwide. Long before telescopes, people watched the sky with extraordinary patience. Across many regions, old ceremonial places seem to echo the movements of stars, the path of the sun, or the turning points of the year. The mystery is not simply that people noticed the heavens. It is that some communities appear to have folded that knowledge into roads, temples, mounds, and sightlines that required planning over long periods. A hilltop might frame a rising star. A passage might catch sunlight on a single important morning. A whole landscape might become a calendar. Some researchers see this as careful observation serving farming, ritual, and political power. Others wonder whether ancient people inherited a deeper astronomy from a lost teaching tradition. The idea is compelling because the evidence is often built into the land itself. When stone and horizon work together, the landscape becomes more than scenery. It becomes a silent instrument pointed at the sky. The Yonaguni monument still divides divers, geologists, and dreamers. Off the coast of Japan, a stepped underwater formation has inspired decades of argument. Some see it as natural sandstone shaped by fractures, currents, and erosion. Others believe the straight edges, terraces, and apparent pathways look too organized to be accidental. The site became especially famous because it sits beneath the sea, which immediately raises questions about ancient coastlines and submerged human activity. If it is natural, it is still a remarkable example of how rock can imitate architecture. If any part was modified, then the implications become much larger. It would suggest people worked there when sea levels were lower, or that some unknown coastal culture left a trace now claimed by the ocean. The debate continues because the formation does not speak clearly. A diver sees angles that look meaningful. A geologist sees processes that can create them. Between those views, the monument remains one of Earth's most tempting underwater riddles. Deep beneath Romania, a cave world evolved in isolation. Muvile Cave was sealed away for an immense stretch of time, and the life inside it developed under conditions unlike the surface world. Its air is low in oxygen and rich in gases that would make it hostile to most visitors. Yet a complete ecosystem exists there, powered by bacteria that use chemical energy. Spiders, insects, worms, and other small creatures adapted to darkness and isolation. Many are found nowhere else. This cave matters because it proves that life can build a world without sunlight as its foundation. It also feels like a preview of possibilities beyond Earth. If a hidden pocket under Romania can host such strangeness, then what might exist beneath polar ice, under the seafloor, or inside distant moons? Some people see places like this as evidence that Earth contains sealed biological experiments. The cave is not large in human terms, but it opens a vast question. Earth's clouds sometimes form shapes that resemble engineered patterns. Most clouds are ordinary weather, yet some formations look so organized that people stop and stare. Lenticular clouds can hover over mountains like smooth discs. Morning glory clouds can stretch across the sky in long rolling bands. Whole punch clouds can look as though a circular opening has been cut from above. Science can explain many of these forms through air movement, temperature, moisture, and ice crystals. Still, the visual effect can feel uncanny. Human beings are pattern seekers, and the sky gives us enormous patterns on a scale that feels almost intentional. Some people connect unusual cloud forms to secret technology, atmospheric experiments, or hidden energy systems. Others simply admire the rare physics at work. The fascination lies in the tension between explanation and appearance. A cloud may be natural, but when it looks designed, it reminds us that the atmosphere can produce structures more precise than we expect. Some ancient mines suggest surprisingly organized prehistoric industry. Mining is often imagined as a later feature of civilization, but evidence from very old extraction sites shows that people organized labor, tools, and knowledge far earlier than many casual histories imply. Ancient communities dug for flint, ochre, copper, salt, and other valued materials. These were not random holes in the ground. Some sites show planning, repeated use, and specialized skill. The mystery deepens when the materials traveled long distances, suggesting trade networks and shared demand. Ochre mines are especially intriguing because the pigment may have carried practical, symbolic, and ritual meaning. Some people wonder whether prehistoric mining hints at lost social systems more complex than expected. Others speculate about knowledge of earth materials that was later forgotten or hidden inside myth. What matters is that these early workers read the ground with purpose. They entered the dark for resources that shaped tools, identity, and perhaps the earliest forms of power. The Dead Sea Scroll caves may hide undiscovered earthly secrets. The caves near the Dead Sea are famous for preserving ancient writings, but the surrounding landscape still feels like an archive with unopened drawers. The dry climate helped protect fragile materials that would have vanished elsewhere. That makes every cave, crevice, and sealed pocket feel important. The known discoveries transformed understanding of ancient religious communities and manuscript traditions. Yet the larger question remains. What else was hidden in places that have not been fully explored, or that were disturbed before careful study could happen? Some searchers have hoped for more texts. Others imagine records that might challenge accepted histories. There are also simpler possibilities, such as everyday objects, storage jars, clothing fragments, or traces of people who lived at the edge of a harsh environment. The mystery is grounded in preservation. In most places, time destroys paper, leather, and cloth. Here, Earth itself became a vault. Rivers can vanish underground and reappear in unexpected places. A river seems easy to follow until the ground swallows it. In limestone regions and volcanic landscapes, water can disappear into sinkholes, caves, and hidden channels, then emerge miles away as a spring. This creates a secret plumbing system beneath the surface. Tracing it can be surprisingly difficult because underground water does not always respect the map above. It may cross beneath hills, pass under fields, and connect places that seem unrelated. People have used dyes to follow these routes, yet many systems remain only partly understood. Such rivers have inspired folklore about entrances to underworlds, sacred springs, and hidden realms beneath ordinary land. Some people wonder whether lost objects, messages, or even human structures could be carried into sealed channels. The truth is already fascinating. A landscape may contain two geographies at once. One is visible to walkers. The other belongs to water moving in darkness. The Mariana Trench may contain pollution from the modern world. The deepest ocean on Earth feels impossibly distant from daily human life, yet traces of modern pollution have been detected in deep-sea environments. That fact is unsettling because it shows that the planet is more connected than it appears. Materials released at the surface can eventually travel through currents, food webs, sinking particles, and ocean circulation until they reach places humans almost never visit. The Mariana Trench is often imagined as untouched, a final wilderness below all noise. But even there, the modern world may have left fingerprints. This turns the mystery in a new direction. the deepest place is not sealed away. It is part of the same system as cities, rivers, ships, and factories. Some people see this as proof that Earth responds as one connected body. Others wonder what future explorers will find in sediments formed during our age. The trench may preserve our presence long after we are gone. Ancient catastrophe theories still challenge the slow story of civilization. The familiar version of human history often moves gradually. People settle, farm, build towns, and slowly create complex societies. Yet some theories argue that sudden catastrophes played a much larger role than we admit. They point to flood memories, impact events, abrupt climate shifts, and lost coastal lands as possible forces that reset human progress. Mainstream researchers accept that disasters happened, but they disagree over how much those events changed the timeline of civilization. This is where the mystery becomes exciting. If a major ancient crisis scattered survivors, erased settlements, or submerged early centers of culture, then our history might be missing its opening chapters. Some people imagine advanced knowledge surviving only as myth, ritual, or strange architectural habits. Others prefer a cautious view based on evidence. Still, the question remains powerful. Was civilization simply born once from steady progress, or did it rise after earlier worlds were broken? Earth's oldest crystals remember a planet we can barely imagine. Tiny zircon crystals are among the most valuable witnesses to early Earth. Some formed more than 4 billion years ago, which means they survived processes that destroyed most other ancient rocks. They can hold clues about temperature, water, and chemical conditions when the planet was still young. This is astonishing because a crystal smaller than a grain of sand may preserve information from an Earth we will never see. Some studies suggest that the early surface may have cooled enough for liquid water sooner than once expected. That challenges the simple picture of a purely molten young world. Some people wonder whether the first hints of life could also have emerged surprisingly early, though direct proof remains elusive. The crystal itself does not tell a full story. It offers fragments. Yet those fragments are enough to make the mind pause. Earth's first chapters may be hidden inside objects almost too small to notice. Some beaches glow at night with living blue light. On certain shores, waves can shine with blue light when disturbed in the dark. The glow comes from tiny organisms that produce bioluminescence, often as a reaction to movement. To someone walking beside the water, it can look as if the ocean is carrying electricity in its skin. The science is beautiful, but the experience still feels unreal. Every footstep may flare. Every breaking wave may flash. In older times, scenes like this could easily become stories of enchanted seas, spirit waters, or hidden forces beneath the tide. Even now, the glow invites speculation, because it reveals that the ocean is alive in ways we usually cannot see. Some people wonder whether larger patterns of light might signal changes in marine life, temperature, or unseen currents. The real marvel is immediate. A beach that seems ordinary by day can become a living display after sunset, powered by countless microscopic lives. The fairy circles of Namibia still resist a single explanation. Across dry grasslands in Namibia, round bare patches appear in repeating patterns that can stretch across large areas. They are called fairy circles, and they have puzzled observers for years. Several explanations have been proposed. Termites may create some circles by affecting vegetation and soil moisture. Plant competition may also form regular gaps as grasses struggle for limited water. The strongest answers may even involve more than one process. The mystery persists because the pattern looks so deliberate from above. Nature seems to have stamped the ground with repeating shapes. Local traditions and modern speculation have both found room there. Some people imagine underground gases, subtle energy fields, or unknown ecological rules working at large scale. The scientific debate is still interesting because it asks how simple forces can create order. These circles remind us that Earth can arrange itself in patterns that look designed, even when no designer is required. Deep earthquakes occur where rock should not break easily. Most people imagine earthquakes as cracks in brittle crust near the surface. Yet some quakes happen hundreds of miles down, where pressure and heat should make rock behave differently. This creates a genuine puzzle. How does something snap or release energy in a zone where ordinary breaking seems unlikely? Scientists have suggested mineral changes, sudden transformations in crystal structure, and other deep processes that can trigger movement. These events cannot be observed directly, so the planet must be studied through the waves they send upward. The mystery matters because it reveals how little we can touch of Earth's inner behavior. Some people imagine deep quakes as signs of hidden adjustments in the whole planet, a kind of buried tension that reaches far below known faults. The reality may be stranger than a simple fracture. Down there, rock is not just rock. It is a changing material under pressures beyond everyday understanding. Ancient tunnel networks beneath Europe inspire strange historical theories. Across parts of Europe, old underground passages have been found beneath fields, villages, and ancient sites. Some are narrow, low, and difficult to move through. Their purpose is still debated in many cases. They may have been used for storage, shelter, ritual, refuge, or local movement between nearby places. Yet their spread has inspired larger theories. Some people imagine a connected prehistoric network stretching across regions, built for survival during danger or climate hardship. Others wonder whether tunnels were linked to forgotten spiritual practices involving the underworld. The practical reality may differ from place to place, but the fascination is clear. People long ago invested effort in making hidden spaces beneath everyday life. That choice suggests fear, secrecy, belief, or need. A tunnel is not just an architectural feature. It is an invitation to ask what earlier communities were avoiding, protecting, or trying to reach below the surface. The eye of the Sahara may mark more than geology. Seen from above, the Great Ringed Formation in Mauritania looks almost impossible to ignore. Its circular bands have made it one of the most recognizable structures in the desert. Geology explains it through uplift, erosion, and exposed rock layers, but the shape continues to attract alternative ideas. Some people connect it with old stories of a circular city. Others think it may have served as a landmark for ancient travelers crossing a greener Sahara. Even without a lost civilization, the formation could have mattered to people who lived near it when the surrounding region was less dry. The real question may not be whether it was built. It may be whether humans once used, revered, or remembered it. A natural wonder can still become part of cultural memory. The rings in the desert may be geology first, but they also show how a landform can become a magnet for human meaning. Some clouds appear suddenly and remain fixed above mountains. Lenticular clouds can form when moist air flows over mountains and creates standing waves. To observers below, they may seem to hover in one place while wind rushes through them. Their smooth edges and layered shapes have caused many people to mistake them for strange craft. This is understandable. They can look solid, silent, and strangely arranged, especially near sunset. The explanation involves airflow and condensation, but the visual impression remains powerful. The mountain is not creating a normal cloud. It is shaping the atmosphere into a form that looks deliberate. Some people treat these clouds as signs of unusual energy around certain peaks. Others connect them to old mountain legends, where summits were seen as places of contact between earth and sky. Whether viewed scientifically or speculatively, the effect is memorable. A mountain can become a hidden sculptor, holding a cloud in place like a signal. Earth's magnetic anomalies can confuse compasses across wide regions. A compass seems simple until the ground beneath it contains unexpected magnetism. In some regions, minerals in the crust can disturb local readings and pull the needle away from true direction. Larger magnetic anomalies can stretch across broad areas and reveal hidden structures below the surface. These patterns have helped map buried rocks, ancient volcanic zones, and deep features that cannot be seen from above. For travelers in earlier times, such effects may have felt deeply mysterious. A trusted instrument could begin to lie. Some people link magnetic anomalies to strange disappearances, unusual animal behavior, or places where technology seems to act strangely. Most cases have practical explanations, but the idea remains fascinating because magnetism is invisible. You cannot see the force that changes the needle. You only see the result. The map says one thing, the compass says another, and suddenly the landscape feels as if it has a hidden personality. The Devil's Kettle waterfall seems to swallow water strangely. In Minnesota, part of a river drops into a rocky hole beside a waterfall, and for years people wondered where that water went. Objects placed into the opening did not always reappear in obvious ways, which encouraged stories about a bottomless pit or a secret underground route. The more likely explanation is that the water rejoins the river through submerged passages and turbulent flow. But the mystery became famous because the feature looks so unusual. A visible stream divides, and one side seems to vanish into stone. That image is hard to forget. Some people imagine hidden caverns below the falls. Others enjoy the idea that Earth still has little portals where ordinary logic seems to pause. Even when measurements suggest a normal hydrologic answer, the place keeps its charm. A waterfall already feels alive. Here, it appears to take a secret path beneath itself. Ancient ruins sometimes appear after drought lowers hidden lakes. When water levels fall, the past can rise into view. Old villages, roads, bridges, burial places, and foundations have appeared from lakes and reservoirs during drought. Some were known before the flooding. Others return as surprises, suddenly visible after years underwater. The effect is powerful because it feels as if the landscape is remembering. A lake that seemed natural or permanent may reveal the remains of people who lived where fish now pass. These discoveries also show how fragile our sense of place can be. What is hidden today may have been home, market, field, or sacred ground in another generation. Some people wonder what lies beneath larger lakes and inland seas around the world. Others connect revealed ruins to legends of drowned towns and warnings ignored. The mystery is not always ancient, but it is deeply human. Water covers stories without erasing them, then gives them back when conditions change. Earth's deepest ice cores may contain lost atmospheric warnings. Ice sheets can trap tiny bubbles of ancient air. When scientists drill deep cores, they recover samples from past climates, including traces of greenhouse gases, volcanic eruptions, dust, and chemical changes. This turns ice into a time machine. Each layer holds a season, a storm, or a signal from an atmosphere long gone. The mystery is that these records may contain warnings that ancient humans never knew they were leaving. They show how quickly climate systems can shift and how deeply the air is connected to oceans, ice, and life. Some people wonder whether extreme events in the ice match old myths about darkened skies or sudden cold. Others focus on what the record may reveal about our future. The deeper the core, the more it becomes a frozen archive of planetary memory. Earth has been keeping an atmospheric diary in places where almost no one lives. Some forests seem to regrow over buried ancient settlements. A forest can hide a city so completely that only subtle signs remain. Slight mounds, unusual soil, straight lines, old terraces, and different plant growth can reveal where people once lived or worked. In some places, aerial scanning has shown that dense vegetation covers extensive human landscapes. The trees are not simply hiding ruins. They are growing through them, feeding on altered soils, and following old shapes beneath the surface. This creates a strange partnership between nature and memory. The forest protects the past while disguising it. Some researchers read these clues with drones, LiDAR, and field surveys. Some people imagine entire lost cultures still waiting under green canopies, their roads and foundations softened by roots. The idea changes how a woodland feels. It may not be untouched wilderness. It may be a living cover over decisions, labor, and lives that were once as real as ours. The Baltic Sea anomaly remains a magnet for fringe theories. A strange formation on the floor of the Baltic Sea became famous after sonar images appeared to show an unusual shape. Some people thought it looked like a craft, a structure, or an object placed there by intelligence. More cautious explanations include glacial deposits, natural rock formations, or sonar interpretation issues. The site became a perfect modern mystery because the original image was suggestive enough to spark imagination, while the evidence remained limited enough to prevent closure. Some divers and commentators described odd features, and those descriptions fed the legend. Skeptics point out that the seafloor is full of shapes that can look meaningful when seen through grainy scans. Yet the anomaly still captures attention because the ocean bottom is a natural hiding place for uncertainty. Whether it is rock or something stranger, the story reveals how quickly a single image can open a doorway. Sometimes a mystery begins with a blurry outline. Deep beneath Yellowstone, a giant system continues to breathe. Yellowstone is not just a park with geysers and hot springs. It sits above a vast volcanic system that shapes the land through heat, gases, fluids, and slow movement. The surface shows signs of this buried activity in steaming ground, colorful pools, and eruptions of water. Scientists monitor the region carefully because it has produced enormous eruptions in the distant past. Most changes are normal for such an active place, but the scale naturally invites speculation. Some people imagine a sleeping supervolcano waiting for a dramatic awakening. Others focus on the hidden plumbing that feeds geysers with remarkable timing. The more careful view is that Yellowstone is watched closely and does not behave like a simple countdown. Still, the mystery is immense. Beneath the trails and forests, a huge geothermal body is constantly shifting. The land is not dead underfoot. It is warm, restless, and deeply alive. Earth's tides may influence more than oceans and shorelines. The moon and sun pull on Earth every day, raising tides in the oceans. But water is not the only thing that responds. The solid planet also flexes slightly under gravitational influence, and sun studies have explored links between tides and tiny changes in faults, volcanic systems, or biological rhythms. The effects are usually subtle, yet the idea is astonishing. Earth is being gently tugged from space, and its body answers. Ancient coastal people understood tides through experience, but they may also have sensed a larger relationship between sky and ground. Some people extend this into theories about lunar influence on earthquakes, human behavior, or hidden cycles in nature. Many claims go beyond firm evidence, but the central fact remains fascinating. Our planet is not isolated. It moves inside a gravitational conversation. Every shoreline tide is the visible part of a deeper pull that reaches through rock, water, and life. Some animals seem to sense disasters before humans do. Stories of animals behaving strangely before earthquakes, storms, eruptions, or tsunamis are found across many cultures. Dogs become restless. Birds change movement. Wild creatures leave areas before danger arrives. Some reports are anecdotal, and many are difficult to test after the fact. Yet the possibility is not unreasonable. Animals may detect vibrations, pressure changes, chemical signals, low-frequency sounds, or other cues humans miss. The mystery is whether these behaviors can be understood well enough to provide warning. Scientific studies have produced mixed results, partly because disasters are unpredictable and animal behavior is complex. Some people see animals as tuned into Earth in a way modern humans have forgotten. Others argue that we remember the hits and ignore the misses. Still, the idea remains compelling. A creature may react to a signal passing through the environment while people see nothing unusual. The warning may arrive first through instinct rather than instruments. The door to hell still burns in the desert. In Turkmenistan, a fiery gas crater has burned for decades in the Karakum Desert. It is often called the door to hell because of its dramatic appearance, especially at night. The Collins story says it began after a drilling accident, when the ground collapsed and escaping gas was set alight to prevent its spread. The expectation may have been that it would burn out quickly. Instead, it kept burning. The crater became a strange modern landmark, part industrial accident and part underworld spectacle. Some people see it as a warning about disturbing hidden Earth systems. Others treat it as a symbolic entrance to forces beneath civilization. The fire itself is not mysterious in the supernatural sense, but its persistence gives it power. A hole in the desert has continued to glow through years of political change and human attention. It feels like Earth refusing to close a wound. Ancient riverbeds beneath deserts reveal vanished worlds of water. Satellites and ground surveys have revealed dry channels beneath desert sands, showing where rivers once moved through regions that are now arid. These hidden riverbeds can explain old migration routes, lost lakes, and places where ancient people may have lived. A desert may look empty on the surface, but below it lies the map of a wetter past. That changes everything. If water once flowed there, then animals gathered there, plants grew there, and human stories may have followed the banks. Some people connect buried channels to legends of lost gardens, vanished oases, or cities swallowed by sand. The evidence does not need fantasy to be thrilling. It shows that climate can redraw an entire world, then cover the old version with dunes. A dry valley may not be dead ground. It may be a river memory, waiting for instruments to reveal its shape. Earth's oldest impact scars may have been erased forever. The early Earth was struck by many objects during the chaotic youth of the solar system. Yet most of the oldest craters are gone. Plate tectonics, erosion, volcanism, sediment, and ocean recycling have destroyed or buried much of that evidence. This means the most violent chapters of Earth's history may have left fewer visible marks than later, smaller events. The mystery is frustrating because those missing impacts could have influenced the atmosphere, the oceans, and perhaps the conditions that led to life. We can study craters on the Moon as a kind of preserved record, but Earth's own surface has been too active to keep everything. Some people wonder whether ancient myths of fire from the sky echo much later impacts, not the truly earliest ones. The deepest loss is older than memory. Our planet may have survived collisions so enormous that their scars were folded back into the world. Some mountains may be fragments of continents that collided. A mountain range can look like one continuous structure, but its rocks may have traveled through astonishing journeys. In some places, pieces of crust from different ancient continents were pushed together, stacked, folded, and lifted during collisions. A hiker may cross ground that once belonged to separate worlds without noticing the boundary. This makes mountains into archives of planetary assembly. Their layers can contain ocean sediments, volcanic rocks, deep crust, and fragments carried great distances by tectonic movement. Some people see mountain belts as evidence of Earth's hidden violence, where continents behaved almost like drifting islands on a slow stone sea. Others wonder whether ancient people sensed the special nature of these places and treated them as sacred because they were literally seams in the world. The mystery is immense but grounded. A mountain is not just raised land. It may be a stitched wound where old continents met. The Zone of Silence is famous for strange radio stories. In northern Mexico, a desert region known as the Zone of Silence has become associated with unusual claims about radio interference, falling objects, and strange phenomena. Some stories are exaggerated, and skeptics argue that the legend grew through tourism, rumor, and dramatic retelling. Yet the area's reputation remains strong because deserts are perfect stages for mystery. They are open, quiet, and full of sky. Reports have linked the zone to meteorites, magnetic oddities, and equipment behaving strangely. Scientific support for the most extreme claims is limited, but the cultural power of the place is real. Some people imagine it as a natural anomaly, where signals bend or disappear. Others see it as one of those locations where Earth and space seem to meet in unusual ways. The story may be part fact and part folklore, but that blend is exactly what keeps it alive. A place can become mysterious through accumulated attention. Deep-sea brine pools behave like lakes beneath the ocean. Far below the surface, some pockets of extremely salty water gather on the seafloor and form visible shorelines under the sea. They are denser than normal seawater, so they sit in depressions like separate bodies of liquid. A submarine can approach one and see a boundary that looks almost like a lake edge, complete with ripples and strange chemical haze. To many animals, these pools can be dangerous because the chemistry is harsh and oxygen may be low. Yet specialized life can gather around their margins, feeding on chemicals that seem hostile to ordinary creatures. The seam feels like a hidden world within a hidden world. Some people imagine these pools as models for alien oceans, where life might survive in extreme chemistry. Others see them as reminders that the deep sea still contains landscapes we barely picture. Even underwater, Earth creates places that look like impossible geography. Ancient stone circles may track solar events with surprising precision. Across different regions, circles of standing stones seem to mark important moments in the year. Some align with sunrise or sunset at solstices, while others appear tied to lunar events or seasonal transitions. Their builders had no modern instruments, but they had time, attention, and a reason to keep watching the horizon. The mystery is not simply whether these sites worked as calendars. It is why the tracking mattered so deeply that communities moved heavy stones and shaped gathering places around it. Farming, ceremony, leadership, and memory may all have played a part. Some people believe the circles preserved a lost science of time, one that connected sky cycles with human life in ways we no longer understand. Others see them as places where observation became ritual. The stones still stand after the voices are gone, quietly pointing toward moments when Earth and sky meet in a pattern. Earth's crust may hide scars from forgotten cosmic encounters. Not every impact leaves a perfect crater for us to find. Some strikes are softened by erosion, buried under sediment, covered by lava, or twisted by plate movement until their shape is almost gone. Others may have exploded in the atmosphere, and left only scattered chemical traces. This makes Earth's record incomplete. The planet may carry wounds from space that no longer look like wounds. Researchers search for shocked minerals, unusual glass, gravity patterns, and strange rock layers that might reveal an ancient collision. Some people go further and connect sudden cultural changes to sky events that were never written down clearly. The challenge is separating real evidence from exciting coincidence. Yet the larger thought remains thrilling. Human history may have unfolded beneath skies that occasionally delivered shocks from beyond Earth. Somewhere under ordinary ground, there may be buried proof of encounters that changed everything for those who lived nearby. Some waterfalls seem to freeze in motion during extreme cold. In deep winter, a waterfall can become a strange, frozen structure, while water still moves inside or behind it. From a distance, the whole thing may look paused, as if gravity itself has been interrupted. Ice builds from spray, pripping edges, and supercooled surfaces until the falling water becomes wrapped in frozen shapes. Yet the process is not always simple. Beneath the ice, channels may keep flowing, pressure may shift, and sudden collapses can reveal the hidden movement. This makes a frozen waterfall feel like two events at once. One is stillness. The other is motion concealed within it. Some people in older times treated such places as enchanted because they seemed to hold living water inside stone like glass. The real physics is enough to invite wonder. A river can keep traveling while appearing stopped, and Earth can create a monument that changes even as it seems frozen. The lost city of Dwarka raises questions beneath Indian waters. Off the coast of Western India, underwater discoveries near Dwarka have stirred fascination because the region is linked with ancient tradition and sacred stories. Archaeologists have found submerged structures and artifacts in coastal waters, although their dates, meanings, and relationship to legendary accounts remain debated. The mystery is powerful because it sits where history, religion, geology, and the sea all meet. Rising waters have covered many old shorelines around the world, so the idea of drowned coastal settlements is not far-fetched in itself. The more speculative question is whether memories of a real vanished city became woven into epic storytelling. Some people believe the finds support ancient texts in a direct way. Others urge caution and separate material evidence from later legend. Either way, the sea has preserved a question just offshore. Beneath the water, stone remains, and human memory seem to look toward each other. Underground rivers may connect places that seem completely separate. In some landscapes, water travels through hidden passages below the surface, linking springs, caves, valleys, and wells that look unrelated from above. These routes can be difficult to trace because the underground world is not arranged like ordinary roads. Water follows cracks, dissolves rock, drops into chambers, and rises again where pressure and geology allow. A spring in one village may have begun as rain far away. A polluted stream may emerge where no one expects it. This hidden connectedness has practical importance, but it also carries mystery. Some people imagined secret waterways beneath ancient sites or lost routes once known to communities that lived closer to the land. Others wonder whether legends of sacred springs were based on real knowledge of invisible flow. The deeper idea is simple. Earth may be more connected underground than it appears on the surface, and water is the messenger that proves it. Earth's auroras sometimes appear far beyond their usual skies. Auroras are usually associated with polar regions, where charged particles from the sun interact with Earth's magnetic field and upper atmosphere. Yet during powerful solar storms, these lights can spread much farther toward lower latitudes. Historical records describe unusual skies seen by people who may never have witnessed such colors before. To them, The effect could feel like a warning, a miracle, or the sky itself becoming unstable. Today, we understand more about solar activity, but the mystery has grown in another direction. A strong enough space weather event can affect satellites, power systems, and communications. The lights are beautiful, but they are also visible signs of a cosmic force pressing against Earth's shield. Some people imagine auroras as messages written in charged fire. The scientific view is more precise, yet still astonishing. The sun can reach across space and paint our atmosphere where it is rarely seen. Some rocks ring like bells when they are struck. In a few places, fields of stones produce clear metallic tones when tapped. These ringing rocks have attracted visitors, musicians, and curious investigators for generations. The exact sound depends on the rock's composition, internal stress, shape, and how it rests among other stones. In some boulder fields, not every rock rings, which makes the experience feel selective and strange. People have proposed many explanations, including iron content, weathering, and the way vibrations travel through the stone. Some have imagined the rocks as ancient instruments, natural alarms, or remnants of forgotten ceremonial sites. The mystery becomes especially interesting when sound turns geology into performance. A rock is usually silent unless broken or moved. Here, it answers with a note. That changes the relationship between listener and landscape. The ground is not merely something to stand on. In the right place, under the right touch, it can sing back. The Taos hum has puzzled listeners for many years. In the town of Taos, New Mexico, some residents and visitors have reported hearing a persistent low sound that others cannot detect. It has been described as a distant engine, a vibration, or a deep tone with no obvious source. Investigations have considered machinery, power systems, psychological factors, and individual hearing differences. No single explanation has satisfied everyone. That makes the hum unsettling because it divides experience. One person hears something real enough to disturb sleep. Another standing nearby hears nothing at all. Some people see this as evidence of hidden transmissions, underground activity, or environmental frequencies that affect only certain bodies. Others think the answer may lie in complex interactions between sound, perception, and modern infrastructure. The mystery works because it is intimate. It does not require ruins or deep oceans. It arrives in a room at night, barely audible, and asks whether reality is always shared equally. Ancient ice may preserve microbes from worlds long vanished. Inside glaciers and frozen ground, tiny organisms can remain trapped for immense stretches of time. Some may be dormant, while others preserve genetic traces from environments that no longer exist. When ancient ice melts or is studied in clean laboratories, it can reveal biological material from past climates. The idea is both exciting and uneasy. A frozen layer may contain life from a lost landscape, sealed away before modern cities, modern forests, or even familiar coastlines existed. Researchers handle such samples with care because contamination can easily confuse the story. Some people imagine old microbes as messengers from earlier Earths, carrying secrets about survival through cold, darkness, and time. Others wonder whether ice on other worlds could preserve similar biological clues. The real wonder is that freezing can slow the clock. A glacier may look like still water, but it can hold a hidden library of vanished life. Earth's deserts sometimes bloom suddenly after years of silence. A dry landscape can wait through long periods with little visible change, then erupt with flowers after rare rain. Seeds may sit hidden in the soil for years, ready for the right moisture and temperature. When conditions align, color spreads across ground that seemed almost lifeless. This sudden bloom can feel miraculous, but it is also a strategy of survival. Plants use timing, dormancy, and speed to seize a brief opportunity. The mystery is how much potential can remain invisible until the moment arrives. A desert is not empty in the way it appears. It is loaded with paused life. Some people see these blooms as proof that Earth stores memory in seed form. Others connect them to older beliefs about renewal after hardship. The spectacle is brief, which makes it more powerful. For a short time, the harshest ground reveals that it was never truly silent. The Hesdalen lights continue to appear in a Norwegian valley. In a valley in Norway, unexplained lights have been reported for decades. They appear as glowing orbs, flashes, or moving points that vary in color and behavior. Some sightings have been photographed and studied with instruments, which gives the case more substance than many light legends. Proposed explanations include plasma, atmospheric electricity, mineral effects, combustion, and reflections. But no answer has closed the mystery completely. The setting adds to the fascination. A remote valley becomes a kind of natural observatory, where the same phenomenon seems to return again and again. Some people believe the lights hint at unknown energy processes in the landscape. Others connect them to unidentified craft or unusual magnetic conditions. Careful researchers continue to look for a physical cause. Still, the appeal remains wonderfully open. The lights do not behave like a simple story. They appear, they vanish, and they leave the valley with a reputation. Deep carbon may move through Earth in mysterious cycles. Carbon is not only in forests, oceans, and the air. It also moves through the deep planet in forms that most people never imagine. Subducting plates can carry carbon-rich materials downward, while volcanoes and deep fluids can bring carbon back toward the surface. This deep carbon cycle links the interior of Earth with climate, rock formation, and long-term habitability. The difficulty is that much of it happens far beyond direct observation. Scientists infer the process through minerals, gases, diamonds, and volcanic emissions. Some people see carbon as a hidden thread connecting life and stone. Others speculate that deep carbon chemistry may create unusual energy sources or unknown habitats underground. The mystery is enormous because carbon is central to life, yet much of it may be traveling through places life never sees. Earth may be exchanging carbon between surface and depth, like a slow planetary breath. Some ancient walls fit together with almost unbelievable precision. In places such as Peru, Egypt, and other ancient building centers, stone walls show joints so tight and shapes so complex that visitors still struggle to understand the craftsmanship. The blocks may be irregular, yet they fit with remarkable stability. Archaeologists explain much of this through skilled labor, stone working knowledge, careful shaping, and generations of practical experience. Yet the visual effect remains stunning. A person can stand before these walls and feel that something important has been lost. How exactly were the stones measured, moved, and adjusted with such patience? Some people believe the builders used forgotten technologies, softened stone, sound, or inherited methods from an earlier civilization. Those ideas are debated, but the admiration is justified. The walls do not need fantasy to be impressive. They show a level of skill that challenges modern assumptions about ancient people. Their silence makes them even stronger. They offer proof without instructions. The ocean floor may hold ruins mistaken for natural formations. Underwater archaeology is difficult, and the seafloor is full of shapes that can deceive the eye. Rock ledges can look like walls. Coral can cover carved surfaces. Sand can bury foundations until only straight lines remain. Because of this, possible ruins beneath the sea often sit in a difficult middle ground. Some turn out to be natural. Some reveal clear human activity. Many remain uncertain because currents, sediment, and limited access make investigations slow. The mystery is important because old coastlines were attractive places for people to live. When seas rose, settlements could have been covered and forgotten. Some people believe many ancient sites are still dismissed as geology because they lie in the wrong place for accepted timelines. Others warn that wishful thinking can turn every stone into a temple. The real answer likely includes both caution and wonder. The ocean floor may be hiding human history in plain sight. Earth's shadow reveals its shape during every lunar eclipse. During a lunar eclipse, Earth passes between the sun and moon, casting its shadow across the lunar surface. That shadow is always curved, which has been one of the classic observations showing that Earth is round. Ancient thinkers noticed this long before modern spaceflight. The mystery here is not whether the shape is known. It is how much cosmic knowledge can be gathered from patient observation alone. No rocket was needed to see Earth's outline. The planet quietly projected its form into the sky for anyone watching carefully. Some people today treat eclipses as symbolic or energetic events, while others focus on their precise geometry. Both responses show how powerful they remain. An eclipse turns Earth from background into participant. For a little while, we do not merely look at the moon. We see our own planet's presence written across it, a dark signature moving through space. Some storms produce sprites high above ordinary lightning. Above thunderstorms, brief red flashes can appear far higher than normal lightning. These events are called sprites, and for a long time, they lived mostly in pilot reports and scattered witness accounts. They happened too quickly and too high for easy observation from the ground. Once cameras finally captured them, a strange upper atmosphere world opened up. Sprites can spread in branching shapes above powerful storms, revealing electrical processes that most people never see. They are not the same as ordinary lightning bolts striking downward. They are part of a larger electrical system linking storm clouds with the upper atmosphere. Some people see sprites as evidence that storms reach into realms we barely notice, almost like signals between Earth and space. The science is real, yet the effect feels uncanny. A storm is not only happening below the clouds. It may be flashing upward into near space while we sleep. The Piri Reis map still fuels lost knowledge theories. A 16th century Ottoman map has become one of the most discussed artifacts in alternative history. It shows parts of the Atlantic world and was reportedly compiled from earlier sources. The controversy comes from claims that it includes coastlines known only through advanced exploration, or even hints of Antarctica before its modern discovery. Mainstream scholars generally argue that the map reflects the geographic knowledge, errors, and source materials of its time. Yet the object remains fascinating because it proves information can travel through copies, fragments, and older charts whose origins are partly lost. Some people imagine it as a surviving piece of a much older global mapping tradition. Others see it as an impressive but human document from an age of expanding navigation. The map's power lies in what it suggests rather than what it proves. A single sheet can make us wonder how much ancient knowledge disappeared with burned libraries, wrecked ships, and forgotten languages. Ancient myths may preserve memories of real geological disasters. Myths are often treated as pure imagination, but many may carry echoes of real events. A story of a mountain exploding may remember an eruption. A tale of the sea rushing inland may preserve a tsunami. A legend about a lake, a fire, or a buried town may point toward a disaster that shaped a community's memory. The challenge is that stories change as they pass through generations. Details become symbolic. Places are renamed. Warnings turn into sacred narratives. Still, researchers sometimes find striking matches between oral tradition and geology. This does not mean every myth is a literal report. It means human memory can survive inside story when writing does not. Some people take this further and search myths for signs of lost continents, cosmic impacts, or forgotten ages. The careful approach is slower, but no less exciting. Earth's past may be hidden in the tales people refuse to stop telling. Earth's inner core may be changing its rotation over time. At the center of the planet lies a solid inner core surrounded by liquid metal. It is unreachable, yet its behavior may influence the magnetic field and the way seismic waves pass through Earth. Some studies have suggested that the inner core rotates at a slightly different speed than the surface, and that this difference may vary over time. The details remain debated because all evidence is indirect. Scientists compare earthquake waves recorded across decades, looking for subtle changes in travel patterns. That is an astonishing method. We study the center of Earth by listening to vibrations from distant ruptures. Some people imagine the inner core as a hidden clock, turning according to cycles that surface life barely understands. Others connect its motion to magnetic changes or long planetary rhythms. The mystery is not settled. Deep beneath every ocean and continent, Earth's metallic heart may be shifting in ways we are only beginning to hear. Some caves contain crystals larger than human beings. In Mexico's Naca mine, enormous gypsum crystals grew in hot, mineral-rich water for hundreds of thousands of years. Some are so large that a person standing beside them looks small, as though they have entered a chamber made for giants. The conditions had to be remarkably specific. Temperature, chemistry, water saturation, and time all work together to allow slow crystal growth on a scale that feels almost impossible. When the cave was accessible, the heat and humidity were dangerous for visitors, which added to its otherworldly reputation. The crystals are not just beautiful objects. They are records of a hidden environment that existed in darkness, quietly building geometric structures long before anyone saw them. Some people imagine such chambers as Earth's secret cathedrals, formed without hands or worshippers. The wonder is physical and direct. Deep underground, the planet can grow shapes that look designed by a mind, yet formed by chemistry alone. The Nazca Desert may hide older lines beneath famous ones. The well-known figures on Peru's desert floor may not be the whole story. Researchers have identified many smaller or less obvious markings, and some discoveries suggest that the landscape was used across different periods by different groups. This means the famous images may be part of a larger tradition of marking the ground. Some lines are difficult to see without aerial views or modern imaging. Others may have been damaged, buried, or overwritten by later activity. The mystery is not only why the lines were made. It is how many layers of intention are hidden within the same desert. Some people imagine the area as a sacred operating surface used for rituals, pathways, water symbolism, or sky communication over generations. Others argue for more local and practical meanings. The desert keeps the evidence because it is dry and still. Yet it also hides meaning because the makers left no clear explanation. Deep time may have swallowed civilizations without leaving obvious traces. Human history is usually built from what survives. Stone foundations, tools, bones, writing, and altered landscapes become the evidence we trust. But survival is uneven. Coastlines drown. Wood decays. Metals corrode. Later, people build over earlier places. Ice, desert, forest, and sea can hide almost everything. This does not prove that advanced lost civilizations existed in deep prehistory, but it explains why the idea keeps returning. The absence of evidence is not always evidence of absence, though it is also not proof. Some people imagine cultures that rose before the known timeline, leaving only myths, alignments, or scattered technical hints. Mainstream researchers ask for stronger material remains, and that caution is important. Still, Earth is not a perfect archive. It is an active Turnet that destroys its records. The deeper we look into time, the more we must ask what kind of human story could vanish without a clean trace. Ancient seafloor methane releases may explain sudden climate shocks. Methane can be stored in seafloor sediments, especially in icy compounds called hydrates. Under certain conditions, changes in temperature, pressure, or ocean circulation may release some of that gas. Because methane is a powerful greenhouse gas, large releases have been discussed as possible contributors to abrupt warming events in Earth's past. The details are complex and debated, but the idea is gripping. A hidden reservoir beneath the ocean floor could influence the air above, and therefore, the fate of life on land. This connects the deep sea to climate in a way that feels almost like a secret lever. Some people imagine ancient methane bursts triggering legends of poisoned seas, strange weather, or sudden environmental change. The evidence must be handled carefully, but the mechanism is real enough to matter. Earth's climate is not controlled only from the sky. It may also respond to gases locked below the seabed. Earth's highest peaks still rise, while weather tears them down. Mountains seem permanent, but they are caught in a constant struggle. Tectonic forces push them upward while wind, ice, rivers, and landslides wear them away. The Himalayas are still rising in places because of the collision between India and Asia, yet erosion removes enormous amounts of rock from their slopes. This creates a dramatic balance between creation and destruction. A peak is not a finished object. It is a temporary shape formed by opposing forces. Some people see mountains as ancient beings because their changes are too slow for ordinary human senses. Others connect high places with spiritual power because they feel closer to the sky and older than nations. The geological reality is even more impressive. Every summit is a moment in an argument that has lasted millions of years. The mountain stands there now, but it is being built and dismantled at the same time. Some lakes are so old that unique worlds evolved inside. Most lakes are young in geological terms because they fill with sediment, drain, or change shape over time. But a few ancient lakes have survived long enough to become biological treasure houses. Lake Baikal is a famous example, with many species found nowhere else. Long isolation allows evolution to experiment in one basin, creating animals and ecosystems that cannot be understood by looking at ordinary lakes. The water becomes a living archive. Each unique creature tells part of a long story shaped by depth, cold, chemistry, and time. Some people see ancient lakes as inland oceans, holding secrets that feel separate from the surrounding world. Others wonder whether myths about sacred or bottomless lakes began because people sensed their unusual nature. The mystery is quiet, but profound. A lake can be more than water in a hollow. Given enough time, it can become a world with its own history. The Great Attractor seems to pull our galaxy through space. Far beyond Earth, beyond the familiar stars, there is a region whose gravity appears to influence the motion of our galaxy and many others. It is called the Great Attractor, and it lies partly hidden behind the crowded plain of the Milky Way. This makes it difficult to study directly. The name sounds like science fiction, but it refers to a real large-scale gravitational mystery. Earth is moving with the sun moves through the galaxy, and the galaxy itself is flowing through a much larger cosmic pattern. Some people hear this and wonder whether our planet is part of an unseen design, pulled along by forces too vast to feel. The scientific explanation involves mass, galaxy clusters, and the structure of the universe. Still, the sensation is humbling. Even standing still on solid ground, we are traveling through space towards something hidden by our own galaxy. Ancient observatories may reflect a planetary network of sky watchers. Many old cultures built places for watching the heavens, and some of those sites show impressive accuracy. They tracked solstices, equinoxes, lunar cycles, and star risings with stone, shadow, and horizon. These observatories did not need lenses to be powerful. They turned architecture into a measuring device. The mystery grows when similar attention appears in distant regions. Did people independently discover the same sky patterns because everyone lived beneath the same heavens? Or did knowledge travel farther than we assume, through trade, migration, teachers, or forgotten contact? Some people imagine a worldwide tradition of sky watchers preserving advanced ideas from an earlier age. Others see a shared human response to the importance of time, seasons, and navigation. Both possibilities are fascinating in different ways. The night sky was the greatest clock available to ancient people. Across Earth, they may have built a quiet network of places designed to read it. Earth's future mysteries may already be forming beneath our cities. Modern cities feel documented, measured, and mapped, but they are also creating layers that future generations may struggle to interpret. Beneath streets, there are tunnels, buried rivers, cables, foundations, sealed stations, and abandoned rooms. As cities change, old structures disappear under new ones. Some become forgotten within a single lifetime. Archaeologists of the future may uncover our underground spaces and ask what they meant. They may find strange materials, compressed waste, coded devices, or ritual-looking buildings without understanding ordinary daily life. The mystery is that we are not only studying Earth's past, we are adding to it right now. Some people wonder which modern places will become legends after records fail or languages change. A subway tunnel might become an underworld passage in a distant story. A data center might look like a temple of vanished light. The hidden Earth of tomorrow is being built under our feet today. Some secrets of planet Earth may never reach the surface. Not every mystery is waiting to be solved. Some evidence has been melted, buried too deeply, carried into the mantle, ground into sediment, or sealed beneath ice and ocean. Some events left no witness, no fossil, no ruin, and no readable mark. This is the most humbling truth about our planet. Earth is not an archive designed for us. It is a changing world that preserves some clues and destroys others without concern for our curiosity. That does not make the search pointless. It makes each clue more precious. A crystal, a cave, a submerged wall, or an old story may be the only surviving thread from a vanished chapter. Some people believe the biggest answers are hidden, just out of reach. Others accept that mystery is part of the planet's nature. Either way, Earth remains larger than our explanations. It keeps certain doors closed, and perhaps that is why we keep listening. And so, we come back from the hidden edges of planet Earth. We have wandered through deep seas, buried landscapes, ancient maps, strange lights, vanished coastlines, and places where the ground itself seems to remember another world. We have followed the possibility of lost continents beneath the ocean, old forests beneath the ice, and forgotten human stories covered by sand, water, and time. Some mysteries led us into science. Some led us toward legend. Some rested in that fascinating space between the two, where a clue is real, but its meaning is still uncertain. And maybe that is what makes Earth so endlessly compelling. It is familiar enough to be home, but strange enough to keep surprising us. Beneath every road, there may be older stone. Beyond every shoreline, there may be a drowned path. Above every sleeping town, the sky may be carrying signals we only partly understand. A planet is not a finished story. It is still moving, shifting, hiding, and revealing itself in small pieces. If you enjoyed this curious journey, you are very welcome to like, subscribe, or leave a thought below. It helps others find their way here too. And if you happen to still be awake, there will be another mystery waiting for you on the screen. But for now, let the questions soften. You do not need to solve them tonight. Let the deep ocean grow still in your mind. Let the deserts fade into darkness. Let the old stones, the hidden rivers, and the distant lights settle into the background. Allow your shoulders to loosen. Let your breathing slow. Let the day fall away, one quiet thought at a time. The earth will keep its secrets for another night, and there is nothing more you need to do. Sleep well, and good night.